What is up, YouTube? It is the Flippin' Picker coming at you with my first ever haul video. Super excited, super excited. So like I told you in my last video, that super boring blog that you probably didn't watch, no big deal, no hard feelings. I did make a stop at a Goodwill that day, got a couple of things. May have pulled the trigger on some things I shouldn't have bought, no big deal. I was really excited to get this going. But in the meantime, it's been a couple of days. It took me like a year and a half to edit that first video. Not really, but I jumped into it kind of without really knowing exactly what I wanted to do. In any case, I want to show you just a few of the things that I've picked up here in the last couple of days. Kind of give you an idea of what I paid for them, what I hope to get for them, and that's, standard issue haul video. Something I've never done before. So come take a ride with me. So first few things are some t-shirts that I grabbed at Goodwill. I love paying half price. So, at Goodwill, the first thing I do, obviously, like any normal person would do, is check the half price. But I tend to gravitate towards those color tags. I hate paying even the $3 for a t-shirt or the $5.99 here in New York for, a regular shirt. I love half price. Psychologically, it just makes so much more sense to me. So in any case, most of these things I did get for half price, and if I remember, I'll tell you exactly what I paid for it. So first thing, pretty cool t-shirt, just topical. That's a Link from Zelda. Paid $1.50 for it, I guess. This is just kind of a filler, bread and butter type thing. Throw it up there for, I do all my listings, buy it now with best offer. So I build myself in a few bucks extra where if someone wants to bite, they bite. If they want to throw me an offer, it gives me the chance to maybe move something that's been sitting for a little while. In any case, that's where I'm at now. I know that there's differing schools of thought on that. I, as of right now, always charge shipping. And I've seen plenty of people who don't. So, these things might change. It's just kind of where I'm at right now. So in any case, like I said, Link t-shirt, pretty cool. List it, $18. See if a fan will bite. Video game stuff is always pretty good. Second thing, in the depths of winter, we are coming into spring training soon. So I'm a baseball fan as it is, although not of these guys. I am a Met fan, but this is a super really soft, tagless, just kind of a classy looking Yankees shirt. It says Bronx, New York on it. So again, $15. I got it for $1, so we'll see what I can do with that. So there was just a little break in the action. I promised myself I was going to try to do this all in one take, so I don't have to worry about clipping clips to clip together. It's a pain. It really is, and I'm sure I'll get better at it. But I am rudimentary, to say the least, caveman-like with my video editing right now. So I'm just trying to make this easy on myself, easier for me to get content up there, out there, to you. The viewer. So third t-shirt, which actually frankly I'll probably keep it to myself because I am a fan of the New York Mets. This is a 7 line. I got it for $1.50. Says Queens there, nice orange in the Mets colors. Again, tagless, in my size. Taking my dad to a Mets game. My sister and I are taking my dad to a Mets game in this April. So I think I will sport that. I do pick things up for myself. So next thing I picked up, this was today at the thrift store. This is an Under Armour shirt. So you got the American flag, the Superman. It's got the, oh, look at that. Getting offers as we speak. Beautiful thing. This is an Under Armour stretchy, t-shirt, compression shirt. Size 2XL. I again tend to gravitate toward the bigger sizes when I find them. Hence the next two things, which were, the bigger sizes kind of bit me a little bit. But that's a cool shirt. Again, Under Armour, I don't know, $20 maybe. Again, I paid I think I paid $1 for it. That was at the local thrift store. $1, maybe $2. This next one, nothing special. Pretty vanilla shirt. It's LL Bean. I'm a sucker for LL Bean every time. For some reason in my mind, just always think it's gold. And I get home, and some of it is. You know, if the older stuff you can find from them, you know, most of you probably already know that anyway, but I'm just a sucker for it. This is an XL. It's a wrinkle resistant, so it's a little bit heavier of a cotton. You know, it's just a nice looking shirt. I already have this listed. I forget what I put it up for, like $25, best offer. You know, the LL Bean stuff always moves. I don't sit on any LL Bean stuff ever. People like it. It's not the highest flip you're ever gonna find, but whatever. And again, a sucker for a large size. This is a 2X tall. This is Columbia. It's a little bit older looking. See the Columbia 2X tall. It's a little bit kind of vintagey looking. It may have just been washed a bunch of times, but anyway, it's a nice shirt, you know, and the 2X tall, I think, is a selling point. It's a really nice shirt. So again, I listed that somewhere in the $25-$30, always best offer. So again, this was Goodwill, half price, $3. I'll gladly all day take $22-$25 on it, and it will sell for that, in my experience at least. Here is the next thing. This is from the thrift store today, another Under Armour joint. This is nice, quarter zip, cold gear, 2XL. So it is hitting a lot of marks. It's got really nice, like neon green seam work here with the dark gray. You know, it's not overly complicated, but it's a really nice, just lightweight jacket with the cold gear there, if you can see it. Yep. So, you know, this I'm gonna try to. I got it for $2. Again, the prices at this little thrift store are great. Their men's clothing section is this big. It sucks because they have so much women's clothing, and I don't understand if they don't get the men's clothing donated or if it's going somewhere else. But I wish I was there just a few days ago. Actually, I have another thing I got from them a couple days ago, and but the stuff moves. The place is always slamming busy, so I stopped there, you know, hopefully twice a week or so, at least while I'm living here, because the stuff does move through there. And this is in perfect condition. It's absolutely gorgeous. So again, I'm gonna list that probably for 30 and change, maybe 35. Always best offer. You know, got high hopes on that one. But for $2, can't go wrong. I wish it was my size. This is from that same thrift store a couple of days ago. This time of year, and really always, another thing I'm a sucker for is 100% like nice wool sweaters. And especially stuff that's made in Ireland, Scotland, England, things like that. That's the legit stuff. So this is a pretty basic, just kind of darker gray. It's got a little bit of the cable knit fisherman thing going on, which is nice. Made in Ireland, size medium. So Irish wool. I've got this listed already at $40. Couple of watchers, I think. One of them may have unwatched, which is pretty rude, but whatever. I'm confident I'll get at least $30 for that. I have sold many sweaters just like that. And I go through, when I see sweaters, I really kind of give them the feel, go down the line, and just, you can feel when something's 100% wool. You know that it's good stuff. And then again, anything that has this kind of like unique, handmade-y type looking tag to it, I'm grabbing it. And that was $3. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong. Another for $3. This is another 100% wool, made in England. Okay, it's called Sheltie. Size large. This is a V-neck. Again, the design is not anything too special. It's a little bit more elastic at the bottom. but it's in great shape. It's a little bit more vintagey looking, and again, like I said, that V-neck kind of gives it a little bit of a different look to it. I'll try to pop this thing for, you know, 28, 30 bucks. Paid $3 for it. I'm going to save that till last because I'm actually kind of pumped about it, and I've done zero research on it to see if it might be worth anything. Next thing I picked up, I got this for $2. This is a Husqvarna. You can see that. Husqvarna. More popularly now known for their lawn equipment, chainsaws and, you know, weed whackers and all that stuff. But they also make sewing machines, and this is a pedal for a Viking sewing machine. The sell-through was decent. There's been a couple of these model that have sold in the past, say, 60, 90 days. I only saw like 1 or 2 listed currently. So $2 pickup, and I have it listed right now for $35, which is a few dollars higher than the latest completed listing. But like I said, I don't think there's really much more than like one other one listed right now. So I'm going to let this bad boy just simmer out there in eBay land. And if I can get $30 for it, all day long. This next thing cost me a little bit of time. I was distraught at Goodwill, to say the least. So I was looking at the books, practicing my scanning for FBA, which, like I said earlier, I have absolutely no experience with, which is okay. And I came across these books. They are the Tarbell Course in Magic, okay? Now, I have 7 of them, and 4 of them are wrapped in plastic. They are brand new. And the covers of these things, if you look at them, right, they look old, you know? So I got curious. There was like, they weren't all together. There was like a couple of them, and I'm like, okay, these things look interesting. So I gave it an FBA scan, and the one of them was like, okay. The other one was like $30 sold, right? And then I shot over to eBay, same thing. A couple of the volume numbers, right? You know, a couple of them were like 15 to 18, and then a couple of them were upwards of 30. So I started to get pretty excited because in those listings I saw also a complete set, right? Over $100 completed. There's a guy, or somebody at least out there, who has it listed now, a complete set, practically brand new, for $240. You know, so there is some money in these. You know, the magic community, I saw somewhere the description of this, like the essential volumes for the, you know, magician enthusiast, or whatever you want to call it. But it's something. It's not nothing, that's for sure. Now, I paid $3 a piece for these, so I got a little money in on these. But back to my quandary at the bookshelf, right? If you take a look, and I just knocked them all out of order, you see, for those of you super observant viewers out there, you can count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is an 8-volume set. I start at number 2. I searched for number 1 for at least a half an hour. They got 3 big bookshelves. I probably looked like a caged lion, pacing back and forth, like a psychopath, looking for the first one, because I found the first 4 or 5 almost instantly. It took me a little bit to find the next 2. And volume 1, folks, it's out there somewhere. So the quandary for me on this is like, do I look out there and see if I can pick volume 1 up for cheaper, you know, in a condition that matches the rest of this set? Or do I piece it out Frankenstein style, you know what I mean? Do I go at it and just go, hey, a few of these by themselves are worth 20, 30 bucks, maybe more. I have to still do a little bit more research. But I'm excited about that. That's a good feeling. And 20 bucks, guys, is way more than I am usually willing to spend on any one thing. I got 21 in these books right now, 24 if it was a complete set, which I would have gladly spent knowing what I know about them. But in any case, that's really interesting, especially if you're a magician. So last piece, picked it up today on my way home at my little church thrift store. This thing, again, okay, I'm going to start with the tag, maybe? Okay. Anyway, I put my hands on it and I knew it was good stuff. I just knew this was the goods, right? I'll show you the whole thing. So it is this hooded, full button with these super awesome buttons on it, right? It's got to be handmade. Drawstring at the bottom, which is just like woven yarn, right? 100% wool. This is the front of the tag. A little Legends of the Hidden Temple looking dude, right? And then the back is, it's made in Otavalo, Ecuador, right? So 100% wool. Now, this is not sheep's wool, right? It's soft. And there's another relatively obvious clue for all you super observant Carmen Sandiego mofos out there. I think this is alpaca wool. So there's some value in that. And I was so excited to start this video. I didn't look into it at all. But you know those Southwest designs, those Aztec, Maya, all that, those key words really draw in the hipsters. It's like hipster fishing, right? And I just see this thing going to Brooklyn. I gotta say, I see it going to Brooklyn. But we will see. $3 into this thing. I went to the lady. I said, does this count as a sweater? Right? Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't see why it's not a sweater. You know, I was wondering if the hood and the buttons might bump it to jacket, which I realized are $4, but there I am looking for the deal, right? So $3 out the door. No size listed. So I'm going to try it on, maybe take a couple measurements, and just make up the size. It looks like could be like an XL, but in any case, I don't know. I'm pumped. Feel free to disagree, but it's going in my eBay store, not yours. So anyway, guys, that's about all I've got for the haul video. I just finished rewatching the first vlog before I posted it. It's choppy, but I'm really happy. I was honest about things, and it's important for me to be doing this. I'm really, really excited for this. So if you liked the video, hit the thumbs up down there somewhere. Comment. That little bell will let you know when I post a new video. Subscribe. That way I don't feel like a nobody out here in YouTube land. If you didn't like it, give it the thumbs down, hater. I don't care. In any case, guys, thank you so much for watching. I will see you again real soon because I'm getting more comfortable on camera and more excited to continue finding stuff, sharing it with you, and documenting my journey on the way to reseller greatness. So, guys, thanks again. This is the Flippin' Picker, and I'm signing out.